Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Y&R spoilers Friday, August 29th, back on the job, making waves, spilling the tea. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, August 29th, imply some bombshells on the horizon in Genoa City. What is this? Someone returns to town on a new assignment, while another makes waves, and someone spills the tea. Find out what's set to go down during Friday's show, below. Amanda Sinclair returns. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, August 29th, imply that Amanda Sinclair, Miss Hale Morgan, will be back on the job as she returns to Genoa City. Make sure to check out our weekly Y&R spoilers, here. Added teasers hint that Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, will have a new assignment for her, so as he's changing his plan now, and he's looking to win back his children's approval, it'll be interesting to see what Amanda will dive into next for her billionaire mogul boss. The last fans saw her, she was cleaning up Kane's legal mess in Nice, so whatever Kane has for Amanda, she'll be able to handle the job. Astonished face Amanda Sinclair returns to Genoa City, what her comeback means for power, love, and revenge. The Young and the Restless has never been short of jaw-dropping returns, but Amanda Sinclair's reappearance in Genoa City is the kind of twist that makes fans sit up, rewind, and question everything they thought they knew. The brilliant attorney who once shook up the Newman and Chancellor worlds, who broke Devon Hamilton's heart and carried the heavy shadow of her late twin Hillary, is stepping back into the spotlight. Her return raises massive questions. What does Amanda want? Who does she trust? And how will her arrival disrupt the fragile balance of power and love in Genoa City? When Amanda left town, it felt like unfinished business. Her complicated love story with Devon was overshadowed by betrayal, grief, and the lingering specter of Hillary. Amanda worked tirelessly to carve her own identity, but the constant comparisons to her twin often left her struggling to breathe. Now, months later, she's walking back into a city that has changed dramatically. Devon has drifted closer to Abby, Elena is finding her own path, and the Newman family is entangled in endless schemes. If Amanda is back, it isn't by accident. Genoa City has a way of pulling people in when there's trouble brewing, and Amanda may have come to settle old scores or perhaps even find redemption. The most immediate question fans are buzzing about is whether Amanda's return means a reunion, or a showdown, with Devon. Their love was powerful but plagued by mistrust. Devon never truly healed from the loss of Hillary, and Amanda's uncanny resemblance to his late wife made their bond both magnetic and deeply unsettling. Will Amanda walk back into Devon's arms, or will she unleash a storm that tears apart what little stability he has left? Devon is at a crossroads, both professionally with Chancellor Winters and personally with his family ties. Amanda could be the spark that ignites a new era for him, or the match that burns it all to the ground. Amanda's re-emergence also raises intrigue around her role as an attorney. Genoa City is drowning in legal battles, custody wars, corporate disputes, and hidden crimes lurking just beneath the surface. Amanda has always been sharp, strategic, and fearless when it comes to the law. Could she be returning to defend someone in crisis, or is she about to take down one of the city's biggest players? If Victor Newman, Jack Abbott, or even Phyllis Summers have secrets they've been trying to bury, Amanda might be the one to dig them up. Fans are already speculating whether her return ties into Chancellor Winters' growing tensions or Newman family drama. One thing is certain, Amanda never moves without purpose. Then there's the emotional heart of Amanda's journey, her identity. For years, she has lived in Hillary's shadow, constantly fighting to prove that she is her own person. Her departure from Genoa City gave her time to heal, but what has she discovered about herself during her time away? Is she stronger, more independent, and ready to reclaim her power? Or has she come back carrying deeper wounds and hidden motives? The writers have a golden opportunity to peel back Amanda's layers in ways we've never seen before, showing fans a version of her that is wiser, more dangerous, and more emotionally raw. Relationships will be at the center of Amanda's comeback. Devon, of course, is the most obvious connection, but Amanda's web stretches further. Abby Newman, who has shared a deepening connection with Devon, will undoubtedly feel threatened by Amanda's reappearance. Could Abby and Amanda clash over Devon's heart, creating one of Genoa City's most dramatic triangles in years? Elena Dawson, who has her own history with Devon, might also be pulled back into the mix, forming a tangled web of love, loyalty, and betrayal. And let's not forget Nate Hastings. Amanda once had a complicated dynamic with him, too. Is it possible that Nate, now struggling with his own career and family choices, might find himself drawn back toward Amanda, reigniting an old spark? The corporate battlefield is another stage where Amanda could shake things up. Chancellor Winters has been teetering between innovation and implosion, with Devon, Lily, and others fighting for control. Amanda's legal expertise could tilt the balance of power in unexpected ways. Will she align herself with Devon and Lily to strengthen the family business, or could she take a darker route, exposing secrets that blow everything apart? And what about Newman Enterprises, where Victoria, Victor, and Adam are constantly battling for dominance? Amanda may find herself in the middle of their corporate chess game, hired as a weapon to tilt the board. Fans also can't ignore the potential for Amanda to get caught in the crossfire of Genoa City's most scandalous secrets. Phyllis Summers has a history of manipulating situations for her own gain, and Amanda's return could easily put her on Phyllis's radar. If Phyllis sees Amanda as either a threat or an ally, the fiery redhead could attempt to pull her into schemes that blur the lines between legal defense and outright deception. Similarly, Diane Jenkins and her ongoing war with Phyllis could be impacted if Amanda gets pulled into their feud. A courtroom showdown with Amanda at the helm? Soap gold. There's also the emotional layer of Amanda's family history. Her mother, Naya, and her troubled relationship with her family left scars that may still haunt her. Could Amanda's return signal another chapter in reconciling or battling with her past? Has she uncovered new information about Hillary, her own origins, or even ties to other powerful families in Genoa City? The soap world thrives on hidden bloodlines and shocking revelations, and Amanda's story is ripe for a twist that could link her to a legacy family in unexpected ways. Beyond romance and business, Amanda's presence will force characters to confront truths they've tried to bury. Devon will have to face whether he ever truly let go of Hillary or if Amanda is still his soulmate in disguise. Abby will need to decide how far she's willing to fight for her place in Devon's life. Lily could lean on Amanda as a confidant, or clash with her if loyalties get messy. Even Victor and Jack, the titans of Genoa City, may find themselves forced to reckon with Amanda's influence if she inserts herself into their corporate wars. Amanda Sinclair's return is not just another comeback, it's a seismic shift. Every character she touches will feel the ripple effects. Every relationship she tests will either shatter or transform. And every secret she uncovers will light up Genoa City in ways that fans will be talking about for months to come. Her arrival is a reminder that in the world of the young and the restless, no one ever truly leaves, and every return carries the potential to rewrite the future. What makes Amanda's return so powerful is the sense of unfinished destiny. She left Genoa City with wounds unhealed, love stories unresolved, and battles unwon. Now she's back, and the stage is set for fireworks. Whether she is here for justice, love, revenge, or redemption, Amanda is about to remind everyone that she is not Hillary's shadow, she is Amanda Sinclair, and she is a force to be reckoned with. Genoa City better watch out. The queen of the courtroom has returned, and she's ready to reclaim her place, her power, and maybe even her heart. Nikki Newman makes big waves. Speaking of work, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, will make some major changes at Chancellor. What could this be about? Will she decide to promote Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, or possibly bring someone new into the fold? Read this, The Young and the Restless spoilers. Colin's timeless wisdom shines, celebrating Tristan Rogers' legacy. Regardless, this big move may be something that she pulls in order to protect her company from any looming threats. She knows Chancellor is on the radar for Kane, so she'll do everything in her power to ensure the organization stays under the Newman Enterprises umbrella. Water wave Nikki Newman makes big waves in Genoa City. Power, secrets, and scandal set the stage for drama. When Nikki Newman makes a move in Genoa City, the entire world takes notice. The young and the restless has built Nikki into a legend over decades, a woman who has risen from humble beginnings to become the matriarch of the Newman dynasty. But Nikki isn't just Victor's wife, a mother, or a grandmother. She's a powerhouse in her own right, and every time she takes center stage, she rocks the canvas in ways that ripple across every family, every business, and every rivalry in town. Now Nikki is once again making big waves, and the fallout is about to consume Genoa City. Nikki has always carried herself with elegance, poise, and strength, but behind the polished exterior is a fighter who refuses to be underestimated. From her years as a stripper to becoming the reigning queen of Newman Enterprises, she has proven time and time again that she can go toe-to-toe with anyone, including her husband, Victor Newman, the legendary mustache himself. The new chapter unfolding suggests that Nikki is stepping into an even greater role, commanding power and making choices that could fracture alliances, ignite old rivalries, and rewrite Genoa City's future. One of the most immediate areas where Nikki is making waves is within Newman Enterprises. For years, she has been content to stand beside Victor or play the supportive role, but now, whispers suggest she is ready to take a more active position in the company. With Victoria battling her own demons, Adam constantly scheming for his piece of the pie, and Nick wavering on whether to immerse himself in the family empire, Nikki's steady yet forceful leadership could be the glue that holds the Newman empire together, or the force that tears it apart. Imagine Nikki stepping into the CEO role, clashing with Victor over business strategy, or even outmaneuvering Adam in a corporate chess match. For a woman who has always been underestimated in business, such a power play would be a game changer. Beyond business, Nikki's personal relationships are also at the heart of this wave of change. Her marriage to Victor has weathered countless storms, but every new challenge tests their foundation. Fans can't help but wonder, what happens if Nikki decides she's tired of always being second to Victor's endless schemes? Could this be the moment she takes back her independence fully and proves to the world that she doesn't just stand beside Victor, she stands above him? Their dynamic has always been complex, a push and pull between love, loyalty, and dominance. If Nikki decides to chart her own course, Victor may find himself facing the one battle he's never truly won, keeping Nikki by his side on her terms. Her children are also deeply tied to Nikki's story. Victoria, who inherited both Victor's ruthless ambition and Nikki's resilience, often finds herself at odds with her mother over how to balance power and heart. Could Nikki's latest moves drive a wedge between mother and daughter, especially if Nikki questions Victoria's leadership choices or personal decisions? Nick, the moral compass of the family, has always been closest to Nikki, but even that bond could be tested if Nikki becomes more ruthless in protecting the Newman legacy. And Adam, the perpetual outsider, might finally find in Nikki a surprising adversary if she steps out of her traditional role and challenges his constant push for acceptance. But Nikki's influence extends beyond her family. Genoa City is full of women who have clashed with or confided in Nikki, and her return to the spotlight could spark fresh rivalries and unlikely alliances. Imagine Nikki squaring off with Phyllis Summers, who never hesitates to stir trouble, or Diane Jenkins, whose resurrection has already disrupted Genoa City's balance of power. Diane and Nikki in a full-scale feud would give fans the catfight of the century, two women with long histories, sharp tongues, and endless determination going head-to-head. On the flip side, Nikki could forge new bonds, perhaps aligning with Sharon Rosales or even Abby Newman Abbott, mentoring them in ways that shape the future generation of women in Genoa City. Nikki's struggles with addiction have also been a defining part of her character. Every time she slips or fights her way back to sobriety, viewers are reminded of her humanity beneath the glamour. Could the pressure of her new wave of power and responsibility trigger another dangerous spiral? Or will Nikki instead rise stronger than ever, becoming a symbol of resilience for herself and her family? If the writers choose to revisit her battle with alcohol, it could provide some of the most heart-wrenching and inspiring storylines the show has tackled in years. Of course, no big move from Nikki would be complete without secrets. Over the years, Nikki has been at the center of cover-ups, hidden affairs, and deadly scandals. She killed her abusive father, has covered up countless Newman messes, and has often found herself standing in the moral gray. If Nikki is about to make big waves, what buried secret could resurface? Could an old enemy return to haunt her? Could her past actions finally come back to destroy her carefully built life? Genoa City thrives on skeletons rattling out of closets, and Nikki's closet is as full as anyone's. One angle that could shake everything is Nikki's role as matriarch of the Newman clan. For decades, she has been the emotional core of the family, the one person everyone turns to in times of crisis. But what happens if Nikki decides she's done being the fixer and instead becomes the disruptor? If she pulls the strings instead of mending them, the Newman family dynamic could implode in spectacular fashion. A more calculating, assertive Nikki could dominate storylines for months, as everyone scrambles to adjust to her new way of operating. Romance, too, could play into Nikki's wave-making. While her love for Victor is undeniable, what if temptation comes knocking? Could an old flame resurface, stirring long-buried desires? Or could a surprising new romance test her loyalty and sense of self? Even the hint of Nikki looking outside her marriage would send shockwaves through Genoa City and ignite drama between her, Victor, and anyone caught in the crossfire. Nikki's philanthropic efforts and role in the community also can't be ignored. She has often been a voice of grace and leadership in Genoa City society. A storyline that places her in a position of civic power, whether running for office, leading a major foundation, or spearheading a movement, would give her influence beyond the boardroom and living room. This could position Nikki as the ultimate queen of Genoa City, shaping not just her family's fate but the entire city's. At the heart of it all, Nikki Newman is about legacy. Every move she makes now feels like it's shaping how future generations of Newmans will carry on the family name. Will she be remembered as the loyal wife who stood by Victor through thick and thin? Or will she be remembered as the bold matriarch who finally seized the reins and commanded respect on her own terms? That question alone ensures her current storyline will resonate deeply with fans who have followed her journey for decades. Nikki Newman making big waves means one thing: no one in Genoa City is safe from the fallout. Whether it's business wars, family feuds, personal demons, or shocking secrets, her influence touches everything and everyone. And with the writers clearly setting the stage for a powerful new chapter, fans should brace themselves for months of explosive drama. Nikki Newman isn't just a character. She's a force of nature. When she moves, the ground shakes, the waters rise, and Genoa City is forever changed. And right now, Nikki is making waves so big, the entire city might drown in the aftermath. Billy Abbott spills the tea. Finally, the young and the restless spoilers for Friday reveal that Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, will tell Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, about Kane's latest plan. Billy is acting like an ally to Kane, but his heart and loyalty will always belong to the Abbotts and Jabot. What is this? After all, Jabot is his father, John Abbott's, Jerry Douglas, legacy. Plus, despite their differences, he knows he can trust Jack. What next steps will these two brothers take? Fans will have to tune in to find out. What storyline are you most looking forward to during Friday's show? Comment below. Watch your favorite CBS soap daily and check out SOS often for the best Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates. Hot beverage Billy Abbott spills the tea, secrets, betrayals, and explosive revelations rock Genoa City. When Billy Abbott opens his mouth, Genoa City listens, and usually braces for chaos. The charming yet reckless Abbott heir has a reputation for speaking before he thinks, dropping bombshells at the worst possible moments, and spilling secrets that were never meant to see the light of day. Now Billy is at it again, and this time his loose lips are sending shockwaves through the young and the restless. What tea is Billy spilling, who is in the hot seat, and how will the fallout reshape Genoa City's most powerful families? Buckle up, because this is one storm that will leave no one untouched. Billy has always been the black sheep of the Abbott family, equal parts brilliant and self-destructive. Whether it's his gambling addiction, his disastrous romances, or his tendency to undermine himself at every turn, Billy walks the line between redemption and ruin. But when Billy has insider knowledge, he can wield it like a weapon, and right now, it looks like he's armed with more than enough to destroy reputations, expose lies, and turn allies into enemies. This isn't just gossip, this is Billy blowing the lid off Genoa City's deepest secrets. So what exactly is Billy saying? Word on the street is that Billy has been gathering intel from his positions at Chancellor Winters, his close ties to the Abbott family, and his sharp instincts that allow him to sniff out drama like a bloodhound. Recently, Billy has been caught in the middle of corporate wars, romantic triangles, and family betrayals, and it seems he's ready to stop biting his tongue. Whether in a boardroom showdown, a late-night bar conversation, or an off-the-cuff moment with someone he trusts too much, Billy is letting secrets slip. And once they're out in the open, there's no putting them back in the box. The first ripple effect of Billy's spilled tea is bound to hit Chancellor Winters. With Devon, Lily, and Nate all circling one another in a constant power struggle, Billy's revelations could tip the balance in unpredictable ways. If Billy exposes confidential information about company finances, upcoming projects, or even personal betrayals tied to the business, the fallout could be catastrophic. Imagine Devon learning that Nate is still playing both sides, or Lily discovering that Billy himself has been sitting on damaging intel about her decisions. The Abbotts and Winters families are deeply intertwined now, and Billy's words could set off a war that leaves the company in shambles. But the corporate world isn't the only place Billy is stirring trouble. His personal relationships are just as volatile, and the tea he spills could devastate lives. For one, there's Chelsea Lawson, the woman who has shared a deep and complicated bond with Billy. Their friendship, their romantic tension, and their shared struggles have always danced on a knife's edge. If Billy lets something slip about Chelsea's past manipulations, or her fragile recovery from emotional struggles, it could not only hurt her but also shatter the fragile trust they've built. On the flip side, if Billy spills Chelsea's secrets in her defense, he could end up creating enemies in the Newman camp who will never forgive him. Then there's Victoria Newman, Billy's former great love and the mother of his children. Their relationship has been a roller coaster of passion, betrayal, and heartbreak. If Billy starts talking about Victoria's choices, her ruthless business moves, her questionable romances, or her reliance on Victor's approval, he could ignite another Newman-Abbott feud that drags the entire town into the crossfire. Billy knows more about Victoria than almost anyone, and if his words cut too deep, she won't hesitate to strike back with the full force of Newman power. And we all know when the Newmans are cornered, they fight dirty. Billy's siblings aren't safe either. Jack Abbott has worked tirelessly to rebuild his life with Diane and to keep Jabot afloat amid constant turmoil. But what happens if Billy lets slip something Jack would rather keep quiet? Maybe it's about Diane's past, Kyle's latest betrayals, or even Jack's secret insecurities about his legacy. If Billy carelessly talks, he could fracture the Abbott family at a time when they can least afford it. Tracy, Ashley, and even Kyle could find themselves caught in the crossfire of Billy's loose lips, with the Abbott family bond strained to its breaking point. Of course, the biggest question is whether Billy is spilling tea intentionally, or if he simply can't help himself. Is this a calculated strategy to gain power and control, or is it another case of Billy's impulsive nature getting the best of him? If it's deliberate, then Genoa City better watch out, because a scheming Billy is a dangerous Billy. But if he's just being reckless, then he may soon find himself standing alone, surrounded by enemies, and regretting every word. Either way, the damage will be done, and the shockwaves will linger for months. Billy's pattern of chaos has always been both his curse and his charm. Fans love him because he's unpredictable, he can be the hero one moment and the villain the next. But this time feels different. This time, Billy isn't just gambling at a poker table or sabotaging his own romance, he's playing with the futures of Genoa City's most powerful families. And whether he intends it or not, every word he speaks carries the weight of a nuclear bomb. Speculation is running wild about which secrets Billy might expose. Could he spill details about Adam Newman's shady past deals, reigniting their old rivalry? Could he out secrets about Phyllis Summers' manipulations, throwing her already fragile reputation into freefall? Could he let slip something that even Victor Newman has been hiding, putting him squarely in the mustache's crosshairs? The possibilities are endless, and that's exactly why fans are buzzing, because when Billy Abbott spills the tea, no one in Genoa City is safe. The coming weeks promise fireworks. As Billy's words spread, allies will turn on each other, lovers will question their trust, and enemies will circle like sharks. Friendships could collapse under the weight of truth, families could splinter, and companies could crumble. Billy may think he's just speaking his truth, or maybe blowing off steam, but in Genoa City, words have consequences, and those consequences are about to explode. Billy Abbott has always been a man searching for purpose, torn between wanting to be taken seriously and sabotaging himself at every turn. Now, with his latest round of revelations, he has placed himself at the center of the storm once again. He's not just spilling the tea, he's boiling it over, scalding everyone around him, and daring the city to clean up the mess. For fans, this is the Billy they know and love, the chaos agent, the